1. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Jason J. Daniels show. I'm in a fucking terrible mood. That was really bad. That was really bad. That was really bad. All I can say is that was really bad. I wish I could encourage you and lift you up. I can't. That was really bad. If you didn't watch it, the Golden State Valkyrie, completely slayed the Indiana Fever. And they're a really bad team, the Valkyrie. Now, Fever clearly are not as good as we thought they were. Fever are really bad. Freudian slip. Valkyrie, I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm trying. I wanted to come on here and really encourage you guys, and I can't. It was fucking terrible. Like, so disappointing. So disappointing after the last game. So disappointing. So disappointing. I don't even, I took notes, but I stopped in the third quarter because I thought, hey, this game is wrapped up. There's no way they can give up a 12-point lead against this team, the Valkyrie, who is a shit show. The Valkyrie are not a good team. It's a bunch of amateurs getting lucky. Not a good team. If you don't know what an expansion team is, an expansion team is all the rejects from the other teams. Sorry, that's mean, but that's fucking right. It's not a good team. They didn't have some of their good players because this team is so bad they let 3 or 4 of their players go and play in a European league because those players would rather play there than play in the United States on this team. That's how bad this team is. This team is now 6-6, and they're a bad team. The Fever are now 6-6. What does that make them? Makes them a bad team. I'm sorry. So if you take Caitlin Clark out of the mix or you put an average player in Caitlin's place, you get this. This team's a 500 team without Caitlin Clark. And tonight, I'm sorry to say, but there was really no Caitlin Clark effect. Caitlin was in the game, had a few moments, really not much. She really looked lost to me. I'm gonna be honest. Caitlin Clark looked the opposite of what she looked like for 2 games. The winning streak is snapped. I really wish I could pick you up and encourage you and tell you it's going to be okay, but I can't do that. This was humiliating. Let me check my sound, guys. Got to do a sound check. Let's see here. Oh, you guys are watching. Wow, got a lot of folks watching. So maybe I shouldn't be so depressed. I'm way depressed, man. I'm sorry. Like if you're hoping that I will give you hope, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try to give you hope, but there's not a lot of hope. Like that, there's not a lot of hope right now. Right now, the best that you can hope for is Caitlin Clark stays healthy. Because let's just be really honest. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want to freak you out, but I think her injury is flaring up. I think she's going to be sidelined again. Because the last time she was this flat for like a game and a half was when she was hurt. She missed 7 3-point shots. 0 for 7 3-point. 11 points. 1 block, which was nice. 6 turnovers. I don't care about the turnovers. They just do not matter. I know you think they do, but not in the W. They just don't matter. If you notice, turnovers go back and forth. Thanks for watching on YouTube, guys, and on X. Thank you. My name is Jason J. Daniel. This is the Jason J. Daniel Show, and thank you for watching on Twitch. We are streaming live. We're talking about the Fever. I'm trying to get you through this because this was super bad. I think the headline is, I think Caitlin Clark's injury is back because she missed 7 threes. 7. Only one of them that rimmed in and out looked good. Now, it's tough to tell from television, but she was getting shut down by weaker defenders. Hayes, 15, just a mess. She's not that good at all. She's an idiot. She's a jerk off. She starts running her mouth because she was getting lucky. She wasn't shutting down Caitlin. Caitlin Clark was shutting down herself. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I know you're watching because you want me to give you some hope. I can't give you a lot of hope right now. In fact, by me telling you, I think her injury's flaring up. I think that's bad news. I don't know. You tell me. Like, if you think I'm crazy, you tell me. But what I saw, she did not look animated. She looked like her affect was flat. She looked like a little lost. She looked stiff when she was trying to play defense. She was getting lost on defense and getting beat by average players. The Valkyrie, again, this is a bad team. Bad team. Now they're 6-6. And so now the Fever is 6-6. And I guess not all hope is lost. But this team did not deserve to beat the Fever. No, they didn't. They didn't. They got lucky. They got lucky because the Fever fell apart. And I think they fell apart because Caitlin wasn't becoming Caitlin. She was trying to pass the ball. She was trying to put on a clinic. I loved what she was doing earlier. I thought earlier in the game, I thought she was trying to warm herself up and get in the game and kind of like, come in like a specter, kind of like haunting everyone, right? Because we're all going, when is Caitlin Clark going to turn on? Kelsey Mitchell played really well. We're like, okay, cool. When is this going to happen? And it didn't. Caitlin tried. She was, I think, 3 for 14. 3 for 14. I looked at the stat line. I didn't even print notes out. Like this is a conversation between us as fans. We need to figure out a way to shake this one off. Because I don't know about you, but I need you guys. I need to be able to talk this out with you guys because I'm really depressed. Like I was so depressed over this. I was like, I don't know if I could even do a show and be cool. Like I'm one to cuss a storm up. I'm fucking mad. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Jason J. Daniel. I do a Fever post game show every game. This is our 12th post game show. The Fever lose. And the headline is, I think Caitlin's injury is back. I'm speculating. I'm just speculating, but you tell me that I'm wrong. You tell what we're all sitting around trying to figure this out. This was not a Caitlin Clark type game, but last time we saw this, we were going, what's wrong with Caitlin Clark? But she looked hurt to me. She looked like she was fighting an injury. They gave her more rest than normal. I don't know. Maybe she just had a bad night. That we all do. Now, I know what you're saying. Jason, did you look at the stat line? I did. I just read it off to you. I think it was 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 11 points. She almost had a triple-double. Now, if she had the triple-double, this would be a different conversation, but I would still tell you I think she's hurt. Because 0 for 7, come on, it's Caitlin Clark. It's almost like she invented the logo 3. Well, she pretty much did. And she didn't try when she was getting covered. I'm expecting 2 defenders. Okay. When she's trying to get free, she couldn't get free. And it wasn't the defender. Hayes, 15. She's an idiot. She's not that good. Not that good. She's not a good defender. So she starts running her mouth because she's getting lucky. And she can't believe she's getting lucky against the greatest player in the world. Women's player. I think in the world. It happens. So we'll see. If she announces she's hurt, that's bad for us. I don't want this to be right. This headline, I don't want that to be right. But I can't think of anything else to tell you. So there's nothing good to say about tonight. I'm sorry. That was so disappointing. And as a fan, it's okay to be really angry. And I know you're going, how does this happen? How does this happen? Well, one, Caitlin Clark was kind of mortal tonight. She played like an average player. She really did. She just played kind of average. Now, a triple-double is not average, but look, she was close to one, but she didn't get it. So she had 11 points and 9 assists, which is her average on assists. Not her average on points, not her average on threes. She was 100% at the line, which is great. Boston had 17. She looked good, almost fouled out. Kelsey Mitchell she was clutch early. She was clutch in the fourth, I think, early when they needed a bucket. Late. She played really well. Kelsey Mitchell played well. Hats off to her. Howard, I thought, played well. Defensively, the team just fell apart in the third. But both teams were just playing really terrible. There was a point, it might have been the second quarter, I think, where the Fever gave the Valkyrie so many open shots and they just clanked them all. It was like the Valkyrie couldn't win this game. I was like, these folks can't win this game if you tried. They don't have their best players. They've got 3 players in Europe. They've got, you know, a bunch of no-name players, a bunch of scalawags that were in the expansion draft. This team is not a good team. So I'm like, automatic, easy win. Even if Caitlin had got the triple-double, I think they're losing. They lost by, what was it, 88-77. Okay, so thanks for joining me, guys, on YouTube. My name is Jason J. Daniel. I'm trying to get you through this. I do a post-game show on the Fever after every game. This is game 12. The Fever is 6-6 now. If you just join me, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm really, really disappointed. I'm really depressed. I just want to cuss at everybody. I'm really mad. I do have some notes. I threw out all my notes because I'm like, we just need to come together as a fan base and we need to huddle. I saw, like the ladies do a few times in the fourth when they were losing and it didn't look good. They kept huddling. I loved it. I want to huddle with you. This is our huddle. So we just need to be honest that this team is got a lot of growing to do. Nothing good to say. And if you're joining us late, a lot of you just jumped on. Thank you. I'm a little concerned that Caitlin Clark's injury might be flaring up. I just talked about that. I'll bring it up again because we just I can see the live numbers. We had a group of people join us. So thank you. Thank you guys. In fact, that's crazy. On my TikTok, I had 400 followers in 24 hours. Thank you guys. My TikTok's blowing up. My latest TikTok's at 850,000 views. Thank you guys. You guys care. You guys care about this team. 1,000 comments in 24 hours. You guys care about this team. But I think her injury's back. So I'm very concerned. So if they come back and say she needs a rest, I would not be surprised. We'll see how that goes. We did not have Stephanie, the coach. I know what you're saying. You're like, okay, we didn't have her coach. We didn't have DB. I feel that. We're on the road. Disadvantages. But 88-77, I don't see Stephanie White making that difference up. I think she's good for maybe 4 points. I don't think they win this game even with DB and Stephanie White. I just don't see it. I really thought they had the defensive problems solved. They don't. Now, you were probably upset over the refs. I was too. Thanks for watching, guys, on YouTube and X. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. I know you were probably, oh, by the way, sorry to train of thought. Squirrel. My last show on YouTube, over 1,000 views, and that's really big for me. So thank you. The numbers are great. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That's why I'm committed to this. That's why I'm coming on. I can't skip this show, even though I wanted to. I'm so upset. I'm really wrapped up in this team winning. I'm really wrapped up in this, man. I know I'm a grown man wrapped up in a basketball game, but that's what sports do to us. They kill us, and then they resurrect us. The only thing I can say is if they come back and have a huge game and Caitlin looks like Caitlin, cool. But yes, the refs were fixing the game in the fourth. Yes, they were. Same old bullshit. At the end of the fourth, at the beginning of the fourth, the Fever were hanging in there, going back and forth. Okay, Caitlin hit a shot, hit a few. Everybody was doing. They looked decent. And then here we go, the refs. Here we go. Then there was a 360 in the lane that they gave. Was it the other player that was from the Valkyrie? What was her name? Let's see. No, not Kate Martin. It was maybe it's Thornton. Yeah, no, Thornton, I think. And maybe I'm wrong, but either way, I have the stats here. But either way, didn't get called for that. That was a travel, and then they gave her the bucket. Come on. It was just a lot of mental errors. You tell me what happened in the third quarter. That was crazy. You tell me. I couldn't take notes. I'm like, there's nothing going right here. Everybody's going nuts here. Everybody's playing shitty. It was like that third quarter. No, put that away. It was really bad. I can't explain it. That's that. And I don't even think that's where they lost the game because they had it locked up in the second. I don't think that was it. I think they lost it in the fourth, in the beginning of the fourth when they had no momentum and the fucking referees just started like chopping it up on him, chopping it up. So if you're wondering, were they fixing this? They were cooking this game in the fourth. They were cooking it, plain and simple. But here's what I have to say about that. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can let the referees cook you out of a game. So that's on them. So if it's close and the refs are cooking it and it costs you a win, I get it. If Caitlin's getting beat up, if they're beating up Caitlin and the referees are letting it happen, I'm with you. I'm upset, but I'm not that upset over refs cooking when the Fever just let the game slip away. Thanks for joining me, guys, on YouTube. I'm on Rumble and YouTube Live. Thank you, guys. My audience is really growing, and because of you, I appreciate you. I'm really depressed right now. I don't know what's going on. Like, I know basketball really well, and what I watched was like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the only thing that really stood out to me was Caitlin Clark looked hurt to me. She looked hurt again. If you're thinking that, that's what I'm thinking. Halfway through, I'm like, she looks like she's in pain. She was not animated. She wasn't even talking trash. She had a hard time getting around screens. When she was playing defense, the offensive player she was guarding on the switches was burning her. It wasn't typical Caitlin, burning her. I watched the press conference earlier tonight because they did a 20-minute before the game. She looked good. She was smiling, powerful aura. But I think something happened when she got on the court. Now, I could be just making that up. And I know you superstitious folks are saying, "Shut up, Jason. We don't want it to be true." I don't know what to tell you. I'm having a hard time even just saying it. I don't want to say it. But she looked hurt to me. 0 for 7 at the 3-point line. She was 3 for 14 shooting. 3 for 14 shooting, guys. That's not Caitlin Clark. The last time that happened, she was hurt. So it's a concern. I will say this. Boston did look locked in. She had a nice three-pointer at the buzzer at halftime, which was really cool. Was it halftime? Yeah, I think it was halftime. It was halftime. It was dope. So they were cooking, man. Even with Caitlin kind of hovering, she wasn't doing much. She was putting on a clinic in the first half. So again, this team is the tale of two halves. Thanks for watching me, guys, on YouTube. Thank you so much. I'm also on TikTok at Real Jason J. Daniel. I'll put that graphic up later. Boston looked locked in, so that was exciting. She's had a tough couple of games. She's hitting that three. I like that. She was playing tough in the paint. I thought she was working the paint really well. I was feeling good about that. I actually thought that Caitlin was putting on a passing clinic early. And I was like, okay, I'm impressed. She's working a passing game out. She's getting everybody involved. I thought it was a strategy. I really loved it. I actually thought when they got into the third quarter, this team, the Valkyrie are so bad, I thought, well, they're just kind of playing with them. They started playing a lot of one-on-one. They really weren't hustling. They were just doing it was like a lot of back and forth shots. There wasn't a lot of ref activity in the third, if you recall. I thought the game was going to be over quick. I was wrong. And then it all stopped. The clinic stopped. It was humiliating. Humiliating as a fan, just humiliating. After all the hype, man. Oh, man, yeah. After all the hype after that last game. So how bad was this loss? Let's just talk about where we go from here. And I don't even have notes. Like, I just threw my notes out. I'm like, I'm just going to do a quick fireside chat with my people, my Fever fans, the people. I love you guys. You got my TikTok in 24 hours. My TikTok gained 400 new followers because you guys love the Fever. My current TikTok's at 900,000, I think, or pretty close. You guys love the Fever. I love you guys. So I'm here for you. A lot of you guys are going to watch this after because you turned off the TV. You're like, fuck this shit. I can't even think about it. I know that's how I felt. I'm like, I'm just going to leave, go to the grocery store, pick up some stuff, make me some pasta. I'm hungry. But yeah, it was really bad. It was really fucking bad. Really fucking bad. Like, I can't help you. Like, I'm trying. I'm trying. The Fever just got humiliated tonight. It's not good enough, but it was such a colossal breakdown that I can't really point the finger at anything. Now, if Caitlin Clark had been Caitlin Clark, you get 10 more points out of her, 7 more, you get 18, 20, you win this game. That's the difference. It's tight, but that's the difference. I predicted a double digit or maybe a 5-point win. So I thought, okay, the 5-point win, maybe OT. I predicted that. Who would have predicted this total collapse? The Fever did get slayed. They got completely manhandled. Now, I will say this. Without Caitlin Clark, this team is good enough to beat the Valkyrie. They are. But something happened. And yes, this team follows Caitlin's lead. If Caitlin isn't leading them with the passing, this team usually will kind of sit around. But what was so interesting to me is they didn't sit around waiting on Caitlin. They were very active and animated. They were taking more aggressive moves, maybe a little overpassing, but honestly, I didn't see anything offensively I was unhappy with now that I think about it, other than Caitlin missing 7 threes, and one of them rimmed in and out, but they just did not look characteristically like Caitlin shooting. I guess defense is the problem, but I wasn't unhappy with the defense. It's hard to explain. I wasn't unhappy with the defense. I thought everybody was really hustling. I thought they got a few 3-point plays that were not necessary. So maybe they were a little slow on that. So like when I try to think about it and break it down in my mind, I can't point to one thing that was the problem other than the entire team was the problem tonight. And I think as Caitlin goes, the team goes. She just looked like she was in pain to me. Look, I know sports. She just looked so different. I do want to take a moment to say Tiffany Hayes is an idiot. So there you go. Fuck you, Tiffany Hayes. You're a fucking idiot. You're not that good. You got lucky because you were put on Caitlin and she was having a difficult time. And so you're talking trash and you are acting like you're some savior of Golden State. You are wash. Okay? You are a washed up player. You're an expansion player. So I hope you see this clip. I'll clip it for you because fuck you. Okay? Your mouth was just, that was the one thing that was just, it was just too much for me. I'm like, them zooming in on her, running her mouth at Caitlin, and Caitlin wasn't saying anything to her. That's why I think she was hurt. Or flaring up. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm making excuses for the great one. I don't know. Maybe mentally I have to make excuses for her so I can accept what happened. I don't know. But Tiffany Hayes is an idiot. Fuck you, Tiffany Hayes. Fuck you. You're a washed up player, man. You're washed up. Look, and speaking of them, they're not a good team. The Golden State Valkyries are not a good team. In fact, next year, no one's going to those games, okay? Everybody's getting free tickets right now. Look, if you're watching this and you're a Valkyrie fan, I don't care if this makes you mad. Nobody's going to this game except they're going because they're comped. You think all those celebrity sports people there in the front are getting – no, they're comped. There's a lot of free tickets because they wanted people to come out. And, yeah, a lot of people bought tickets to the Fever game because of Caitlin. But this team is not going to draw. They don't have any stars. So people are showing up for the other teams. This team is a bad team. You're not going to have these people on the team next year. Half this team is going to be gone. I did see one bright spot, okay? And I'll talk about that in a second because I do like basketball. I saw a bright spot with Golden State. I've watched them play this year. A couple of things I'll mention, and then we're wrapped. I'm going to wrap. I always say I'm almost done, and I go 20 more minutes. So I'm not going to say that, but I'm trying to get done. But they're a bad team. Now they're 6-6. The Fever is 6-6. What does that make the Fever? Makes them not a good team. I can't call them a bad team because you got the baddest player on the planet, the great one, Coach Caitlin. So I can't bring the Fever down to their level. They're better than this team. They're way better than this team, man. And yes, no DB, and no Stephanie, but that's still not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm trying to get you through this. We're streaming live. I know you're watching this after the fact. Some of you, it's late on the East Coast, so God bless you. for being up late. You West Coasters, you're feeling the pain with me. We're live on X, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you for watching, guys. Jason J. Daniels show. It's not a good team. That's why this hurts me so much. And it was really hard to get on here to talk to you. It's still kind of hard. Still kind of hard. There's nothing good to say about this. I will try to lift you up in a moment and give you the bright side, but I saw nothing good. In fact, this frightened me as a fan. I don't think they're going to beat the Lynx for the cup. I just don't think that's happening. I don't see them beating good teams at this point unless they can shake off whatever happened tonight. It could be a road game, could be in an arena like that. That's, hey, it's a big time arena. It's the bright lights coming off a tough physical game. These ladies gave everything they had against the Connecticut Cowards. So I'm not going to hold that against this team. And I'm not really upset at the team at all. And like I said earlier, I'm trying to find answers. And when I watched the game, I couldn't point out any problems Yes, there's problems. They lost. Yes, they gave up a lot of points. I guess it was like a 40-20 run or something. Like, yes, they gave up all these points. They were up by 12. They let this team back in. It happened in the third quarter. Yes, it happens. It really happened in the middle of the fourth when the whole collapse came. But I don't think that I saw anything that I was upset over. If you watch my show, I will call these players out on this team because it's tough love. And I'll tell you if they weren't playing the way I think they should play. I thought everybody played well. I thought Colson came in and played well. I thought Howard played really well, and I'm always really hard on Howard. I thought Howard played well. I thought Sophie was everywhere. Lexi did her best. Now, she took an ill-advised shot in the fourth, but she, we're all trying to. Usually, that's money for her. I thought Boston played really good. Dantas came in, and Dantas hit a three, and I was like, no. Yes, she did a three. Kelsey Mitchell was clutch Kelsey. She came in with a clutch bucket here and there, hitting some threes. I saw a lot of good stuff, but there's nothing good to say about tonight, even though I thought they played. It's weird to say. I thought they played well. It's weird. It's a weird night. Thanks for joining me, guys. My name is Jason. If you're just watching me, I do a Fever post-game show after every game. This is game 12. Huge loss. Setback loss. Nothing. So I'm disappointed. Back to the cup, the Commissioner's Cup. I don't think they're going to win it now. Like, they can't beat this team. And the more I think about it, thanks for watching, guys, on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And the subs, 50 subscribers over the last 2 days. Thank you, guys. Crazy stuff. And I'm trying to make sense of this. And I know you're here to hear something encouraging, but I'm just talking to you because I threw my notes out. I have no notes tonight. I'm just going off of memory of the stats in the game. I'm just really hurt. I'm heartbroken. I'm disappointed. Really disappointed. I feel disappointed, and that's the best way to say it. But it's so weird, though. I'm not mad at this team. I thought they played really well. It could have been the travel. That's a tough trip, Indiana to Cali. There's a little lag on that, but I think they came in last night. I think it just a new arena. I don't know. It knew it. There was a lot of family there for Lexi, a lot of family for her. She had 30 people there. Lexi was from Stanford. Kate Martin in the reunion with Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin, which was a lot of fun. It was kind of cool to see. They had one moment where they were one-on-one and Caitlin missed the layup, so it was really cool, right? That was a really cool moment. They kind of locked in. It was a cool moment. You could tell everybody's like, just go, right? They let them lock in, and it was kind of a one-on-one moment, and Caitlin drives and almost had the layup. That's why I'm saying I think I hate to say this, man, but I think Caitlin Clark's injury is flaring up. For those of you just joining late, I talked about that earlier. She looked hurt to me. Her affect was flat. She did not look animated. She wasn't talking. She wasn't talking trash. She looked stiff when she was moving around the screens. She kept losing her defender. There was one moment like where a defender 360'd her. I'm like, what's going on with Caitlin Clark? 0 for 7 at the 3-point line. 0 for 7. That's not Caitlin Clark. The last time that happened, she came up hurt. Last time that happened, they came out and said she's hurt. She's off 19 days. I really hope that doesn't happen again. I hope they didn't bring her back too soon. Look, we thought she was good. Maybe she's not. We'll see. Now, if she comes back and shoots the lights out in the next game, that'll be nice and it'll make me feel great. I don't want her to be hurt. I know you superstitious people are like, shut up, Jason. Don't do it. I don't know what to tell you because I'm looking for answers here. This is why I'm on this. I'm looking for answers. You guys are my people. Like I've been doing this for 12 games. It's been what I'm looking at my calendar, like 4 or 5 weeks that we've been doing this. 12 games in, we're officially, I think, at a quarter of the season gone. Some huge ups and downs. Caitlin Clark is a monster, unstoppable. She is go prime, but she was very mortal tonight, humbled. I just think her injury might be flaring up. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I will say this, Lexi Hull, and these are my thoughts, for tonight. Take them for what you can, what you will. I'm not going to try to be too doom and gloom, but I want to be real. That's the point of my show because I don't want to lie to you and tell you it's going to be okay because I don't know if it will be. I'm very concerned. I do have some bright spots. I'll give you those bright spots in a moment. But I thought Lexi Hull played really well. She was physical. Howard played at a high level. It did matter, but I really liked what we got from Howard and Lexi. I like that. Sophie, too. I like that. I want to give props to Kelsey Clutch and Boston. I'll give them the game balls, okay? I will start to award game balls. I will – maybe you have a better – put it in the comments if you have a better game ball. Colson played well in the limited minutes she had. But I think Boston, 17 points. She led all scorers. Did not foul out. She was close. They're just, I don't know what it is about her and the fouls, but it's tough. But look, she played really well, had some baby jumpers, moving that ball. She was passing that ball. She had a 3 at the buzzer at the end of the first half. It was pretty cool. So I'm loving what Boston's doing. She looked poised all the way through. Kelsey Clutch missed a free throw, but she was doing okay. She played really well. I like what I saw out of Kelsey Clutch. And again, if you're just joining me, I'm seeking for answers. I'm looking for answers here as to what just happened. There's no excuse for that. I'll try to make some excuses, but there's no excuse for that. But that's a bright spot. And while I have you guys watching, let me take a moment to say thank you for watching. My name is Jason J. Daniel. I have the Jason J. Daniel Show podcast. I do other things, but mostly sports right now during the seasons. I'm committed to doing a post-game show about the Fever. You can see all of my post-game shows in the archive. And I have a special show on Caitlin's injury when that happens. So if anything big happens, I'll do a special show. Please follow me. I appreciate that. Over 40 followers on YouTube over 24 hours. And on TikTok, Real Jason J. Daniel, please follow me there. Over 400 new followers in 24 hours. Crazy. My last TikTok about the Fever, it's like at 860,000. It's almost at 1 million. So thank you guys. So follow me there. And this is the Jason J. Daniel Show. If you're joining me late, we're talking about the Fever. I do a Fever post game. And also my numbers on YouTube are growing. My last show was over 1,100 views. Almost 1,200. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching live right now. I appreciate that. So let me just wrap up right now. There's nothing good to say, but I'm gonna try to say some good things right here. Okay, I'm gonna try to say some good things. I'm gonna try to give you some bright spots. Okay. So I predicted that earlier, you can see that clip. I have a clip. I predicted that the Fever, I had to take a deep breath. Woosah. Okay. I predicted that the Fever could lose 8 games and still be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, now they've lost 6 games. 3 more games, and my prediction is bad. Okay. Caitlin Clark, is due to have a great game. That's a bright spot. Okay, she had a down game. If she's not hurt, let's pray she's not. That would suck. Then she's due for a great game. This was a road game. It was a long flight for them. I think 4 hours, something like that. California, different time zone. That's tough on a team. So I don't want to hold that against them. Again, like I said earlier, I saw them play really well, I thought. And I know, that even sounds weird coming out of my mouth. They didn't play well, but they played well to me. It's just weird. Maybe I'm just in love with this team. I don't know. I thought Lexi and Howard looked good. I thought Sophie looked good. It was just a bad night. A bad night. Bad shooting night. Bad night. Another bright spot is they were really good. I don't know what their free throw percentage was. Let me just look at it here. I have it right here, team stats. The Fever were 11 for 12 on the free throws. They were 91%. That was great. I threw my notes out and I didn't do a lot of graphics for tonight. That would have been a great graphic. So 91%, almost 92% at the free throw stripe. That's important for me. That's a great sign. They didn't have Stephanie and they didn't have DB. Now, earlier I said, I don't think that'd make a difference, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'm just trying to make sense of this loss. Trying to make sense of it. You can back this up if you want. We're almost done, but trying to make sense of this loss. So right now I'm just giving you some bright spots. You didn't have DB. You didn't have Stephanie. But you had a great interim coach. The assistant coach coached a really great game against the Sky, another bad team. The Fever did really well in that game. So I don't think Stephanie and DB would have made a difference. I don't. Now, they would have. The game would have been closer, but I don't think it would have made a big difference. They are in the Commissioner's Cup for the championship. They'll get paid a little cheddar if they win. That's kind of cool. That's important. That's something to work for. I don't know if they'll win that game now. I kind of feel like they're going to not after this, but that's a bright spot. Here's another bright spot that let's look at the bright spots, okay? Nobody got hurt tonight. That's a good, right? Nobody got hurt, okay? All right. That's exciting. Another bright spot is we get to shake it off and do it again. They do have a little bit of a break. I have the calendar up here if you see me looking up. They play on Sunday. Okay. Or do they play Saturday? Sunday. So they have 3 days off. That's a bright spot. And they'll get DB back hopefully soon. That's a bright spot. So you can say, let's just think about this. And here's my last bright spot, and I'm wrapping this up. If you think about it, when the Fever started in the beginning of the year, Sophie was hurt, then Caitlin got hurt, then Sophie and Caitlin got hurt, okay? And then now you've had Stephanie out for 2 games. So she's been out 2 games. It's her second game out. You haven't had your full coaching. And then Howard's been out, 3 games now? Two, at least 2 games. Okay. So this team, another bright spot is this team has not been completely healthy or at least completely present at all since the beginning of the season. So if you get everybody back for the first game, I'm really interested to see what that looks like. I'm really interested to see what that looks like. And so that's it. That's all I have for you guys tonight. I'm gonna make some pasta, eat some spaghetti. I want to encourage you if you're really taking this hard, because I'm taking it really hard. Like I'm trying. I gotta stop talking. Actually, I gotta get off this because I could talk myself into depression again. Because this team should not have done this. This was really bad. But we'll move on. But I'm taking solace in the fact that, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and you watching this after. Thank you. I'm going to take solace in the fact that I predicted 8 losses. They're still in the East Conference Finals. They can beat a championship team. Okay? I'm taking solace in that. I'm taking comfort. But I just don't know where we go from here. I guess we just start over. They're 500 teams. That's another bright spot. You're not under 500. You're 6-6. They are competing though. I think Valkyries are. I think they're 6 right now in the standings. If there's some, where are the standings? Let's go. Where's the standings? Let me see here. Well, whatever. It's just going to depress me. I have the standings. No. So there you go, guys. Some bright spots. Thanks. My name is. Follow me. I would really love it if you did a couple of things. This is the end of the show. So if you turn me off, it's cool. I'd really love if you did a couple of things. One, if you could subscribe on YouTube, if you haven't, would love that. All right. I would love that. And if this show makes you laugh, it makes you think, if this show helps you, I don't know if it helped you. Hopefully I didn't depress you more. But if this helps you to just, it's going to be okay. I want to be honest, but I can't be a liar. So it's going to be okay, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's sports. It was deflating. It was disappointing, but let's move forward. So, but if you appreciated this, if you're watching on X, a lot of you, I had a big X crowd when I started. If you guys are on X, please follow me. I appreciate that. Please repost and like this. If you guys know Fever fans, please share this on your feeds, on your social. I'd really love that. And if you're on the old TikTok machine, follow me at Real Jason J. Daniel. Now, I go by Coach Goat on TikTok. So they call me the Coach Goat. So you can put in Coach Goat or Real Jason J. Daniel on TikTok for more WNBA stuff. I did some really interesting TikToks yesterday. They're doing really well. One of them's I'm going to set 1 million, so check that one out. 400 followers on TikTok in 24 hours. Pretty dope. Thank you. If you are into the other socials, I'm everywhere. Jason J. Daniel. You can just put it into all your favorite app. I'm on IG. I'm on, I'll just read it here. I'm on IG, Facebook, X, Snap. I have a Facebook page, 1,200 followers. I have a Jason J. Daniel Show page on Facebook. Follow that. Pretty cool, right? And then also, my podcast is called the Jason J. Daniel Show. I'm at Jason J. Daniel everywhere. I interview folks that are involved in business and politics. I do interviews is when I'm not doing sports. So I try to do a business interview or a politic interview. I have political interviews, business interviews, just interviews with cool people, true crime interviews. And I try to do one a week in between the sports, but I do heavy sports. So you're going to get a lot of WNBA, also football, big football fan. And there you go. Also on Rumble. Don't want to forget that. Follow me on the old Rumble machine. Give me a click. I'd really appreciate that. Guys, I'm working hard to produce really great content. And I'm only able to do it because you guys are watching. So thank you. And that's it. I'm also working on a really cool intro, which will be a lot of fun. It'll be cool. It'll be a really quick one. It won't be like a long one, but it'll be fun. So there you go, guys. Have a great night. Vaya con Dios. Go with God. I'm sorry they lost. I feel bad. I just want to apologize for this team. For all of you new fans, I'm sorry. In fact, last thing I'll say is I had somebody call me who had been watching. I had somebody text me really early in the morning, like 7 in the morning. Oh, my God, Caitlin Clark's amazing. This person had never been paying attention. I know, right? This person had not been paying attention to Caitlin Clark, didn't know who Caitlin Clark was until today. It was crazy. So there's all sorts of new fans being born overnight. This person reached out to me, who I love and is my life forever. And this person all these things. Caitlin Clark saw the highlights and texting me and who is this? I'm like, so I didn't know. This person didn't know Caitlin Clark. Some people are not following like we are. So there's a lot of new disciples coming in. So let's bring them in. Share this show because I'm very committed. And if you watch my other shows, you'll see that I'm trying to keep factually based, give you the stats, tell you where we're going. I try to keep it interesting. And I do my best to, give you the facts of what's going on with this team because I know basketball really well. And this team can win a championship. I don't know at this point what we're looking at. We won't get caught up in that. It's way too early. They have the potential. They're the greatest player in the world. What can you say? All right. Go with God. Vaya con Dios. I'm going to end now. Sorry, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time after the next game, which is, I think, Sunday. And also follow me on X for daily updates, and I will interact with you on TikTok. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.